Okay, later start to the stream today. It's just on a podcast. Took up some time in my afternoon, but we're here. We have arrived. That wasn't 15 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, I got a cold. I had to eat. I don't even have a Krispy Kreme near me. I had a graham cracker and a cup of coffee. All right, I'm trying to juice myself up before the stream. Cast hello, look, hello, Noxel, hello. So Nefudis, they said they're fine doing this old content. We might do like an hour of heavy bowgun for Monster Hunter Rise. Did I shill Ilion? I did. It's a fun game. I like that game. If it had Thrustmaster support, I would probably play it more. As it is, I can only play it at my PC. Oh, on the podcast? No. I didn't. Retro. Thank you. Retro was on the podcast. Retro, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Grayfall, Shud Meyerlurk, Moogie, S. Timothy, and Zed Replin. Thank you, coward. I didn't. The contract with Elion did not require me to sponsor it on the podcast. They could ask. The Pew Pew podcast could maybe get sponsored by Elion. It's a skill-based game. Fast-paced action RPG where your position does matter. I really liked it. I mean, I'll say this. I played PSO2. It is way better than PSO2. And I liked PSO2. So, goes to show you. But that is not today's sponsor. Today's sponsor. Sponsored by Thrustmaster with the Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller, now available at Best Buy. Thank you so much for sponsoring the stream. Those of you who are not familiar with the Thrustmaster, it looks like a good controller, but it's got some special features. Say you don't like the analog here. You actually can do that. Hold on, where is it? So normally, you might want to move your analog down there. But what if instead you wanted to put your analog here? Unconventional, but possible with the Thrustmaster controller. These things here are swappable modular analogs and D-pads. D-pad, by the way, very good. Can you hear that? Can you hear the clicky? It's nice. Feels good, tight. No joke. They sent me the Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller the very first time I plugged in, and I said, what's this? D-pad? No way it's got a D-pad. Sat down, first time cleared Spelunky 1 up through Olmec. It's that good. It is a very good D-pad. 4 customizable back buttons. I bind them to L3 and R3. Is this like L3-1, L3-2? It is wired. It does have a dedicated, special, high-quality micro USB cord. It's got a special slot in there you plug it into. D-pad, same side as buttons. You can move it. Hold on. All right, Noxel, you're confusing and upsetting people. You can put it wherever you want, Venomous. Yes, you can even put it next to the buttons. Oops. Does it work with NAC 2? It works anywhere a Xbox controller works. And then obviously you can put it up here too if you want it. You put it wherever you want. This is how I like my controller. Short, triggerable analog triggers here. Am I doing the right one? Hold on. This is where I have it. I have it on a hair trigger. But if you like it deep, you can make it go deep. But that takes it down to 50%. You can actually configure whatever sensitivity you want. Does it work on the Nintendo Switch? It does not. It is an Xbox controller. It works anywhere Xbox works. So your Xbox console or your PC is where I use it. It's not officially supported on other consoles unless they support Xbox. So I like the controller. I use it for everything on PC and on Xbox. They sponsored me before. They're sponsoring me now. In between that time period, I kept using it. I like it. And you know what? If these analogs are good, they're high quality, but they're still analogs. If and when one of these gets like a little wobbly, a little wiggly, I'm not saying it'll happen, but if it does, just get a new one. It's like 2 analogs and a D-pad. $30. That's not bad. That's a lot cheaper than a new controller. Does it work with the KFC console? The KFC console is a PC, so it would work on the KFC console. So we're just gonna play Portable Third for a while. We're gonna a little bit farther into high rank, and then after high rank, we're gonna spend a little bit of time in Rise. We're gonna have the thrust cam on, the thrust overlay, as we do a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise. If people want to see like a heavy bowgun attempts against Maldo, we'll try that. Give that a couple shots. Then might finish off with a little bit more Portable Third. So good controller, highly recommend it. Really, really genuinely do. If you need a high quality, professional level controller that is reliable and customizable and feels good in your hands, Thrustmaster eSwap X Pro controller. Check it out. Now available at Best Buy. So they're getting to me on whether or not I'm allowed to use the thrust cam. I can't turn it on right now. I'm only wearing tights. And like they're new, so like they're really tight. So I don't think that's safe for Twitch. So torso only stream today. Only the torso. I recommend tights. They're nice. Crush. They're not. No. It's not that tight down there. I mean, not that there's a lot to crush. I mean, we're talking like cocktail peanuts anyways. So nothing major. But honestly, really genuinely, very, very good control. I could, of all the things I've ever been sent to talk about on stream, really good. If you're looking for a professional controller, don't get anything else. Just get this one. Certainly, it's your favorite Birdbane right now. I should not be struggling against Pekka, right? Well, it depends. Are you using Gunlance or Lance? You might need guard 1, or you just need to play a little bit more defensively. Don't block Pekko's fire clicky attack, whatever that is. All right, now I need to use the bathroom. This like the spandex is like squeezing my bladder. I've got like a screen for this, don't I? Well, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hold on. Check this out while we wait. I'll be right back. Hold on. That's really my new jam, man. I really like that. I'm like 5 or 10 years late to that meme, but I love every moment of the Delay Llama. How crazy would that be? Ginkamo, what was wrong with that? I love that song. I'm feeling better now. Guys, I have a little bit of a cold. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's not the virus. I was a child and the meme was fresh. I was 15 years old. That's true. I took some medicine. I'm doing my best. I want to be here for you. Lance, Longsword, Switch X. I keep getting carded. Cannot get a read on him. What is your favorite weapon? What is the weapon you want to use the most? Take it easy? I gotta do a Thrustmaster. I mean, I like the Thrustmaster. I like being here. I mean, that's the worst part about streaming. So I want to be here anyways. I had a little bit of cold trying to be COVID. Jen gets tested every week. Where's your Patreon? That is an excellent question. Ooh. Yeah, we got to do something about that. Longsword and Lance? All right, let me see if I can do a little. Let me see if I can do a little, like, maybe there's like an arena against Kuropeko. I want to help you. Actually, we got to do Kuropeko anyways, I think. Even if we don't, I'll do it anyways. All right. Kinkomo's been missing for a couple months, but even she understands we skip Noxella's Patreon streams. We're not skipping them. We're going to do it. I promise you we're going to do it. Enslaved to Noxella and some of the, I should shut that Patreon down. That is the worst thing I've ever done. Why am I the bad guy? eSwap is watching me fail to fulfill my contracts. I want to do an advice stream. It would be best. What if we did it? Hold on, I've got a charity stream I'm supposed to do. When is the date on that? Let me see when the charity stream is. It's going to be next Friday or next Saturday. I put down, where's my name? Oh, there it is. October 29th. I could do your Saturday. We'll do like next Saturday. This time next week, we'll do some Monster Hunter and then we'll switch over to just chatting for 2 or 3 hours on advice. We'll do call in. I'll see if I could get like a jacket or something, like a smoking jacket. You want motion control versus try on the Wii? Well, that's too bad. There's no more Patreon slots. They're not you can't hurt me anymore. You can't hurt me because you're not real. I'm so messed up. I'm like tweaking out. TS Wolfman, hello. Commando Jab, did you watch the train stream last night? God, I love that stream. That's the best thing I've ever done. It's disappointing too, because I'll never do anything better. I'll never rise above the train stream. Stream it again? It would like, it's not like infinite content, but like I could definitely watch that again. I could watch it on stream. It's so like insane, like, and like, I wish I could say it was like a bit, like I was acting. I was really trying. I was just trying to get to Jamaica. Stream a new simulator. I don't know if I could ever be that bad again. All right, so this is not going to be Kuropeko with Lance or Longsword, but the way that I stand and the way I position should be relevant either way. We all knew I wasn't acting? Excuse, what does that mean? Hi. I don't know what that means. I do know what it means. I thought it was just gonna be like a boring stream and nothing would happen and be like, lol, dumb, boring game streamer. And then I would just go to bed after like 2 hours. And it ended up being one of the most stressful moments of my streaming career. Am I scared of what I had if you playing Patreon? I'm not scared. I'm confident it would all be like booby touching games. Jen, did you hear that? She's up here. I mean, raw damage is fine with the Lance and with the Switch Axe. I mean, those are okay. There's nothing wrong with that. She's like in the next room. I'm worried she's hearing me. She very could. She could very easily be listening in. We're going to use these water dual blades. I think Pekko takes good enough water. I mean, compared to my ice dual blades, I mean, these things are great. I guess I could take a look at Monster Data Guide. Kuro Pekko. Oh, he takes almost as much water damage as he takes ice. It's very close. It's definitely enough to be worthwhile. So this armor is very weak. I'll probably die in one hit from his flints. So, but I hope that doesn't happen. Hentai versus Evil Stream 1. Isn't that on the Switch? I think that's on the Switch. Don't ask me how I know that. I mean, it's not that I have it on the Switch. I was looking at games on the Switch and it came up in my recommended. I don't know why it came up in my recommended. I've got like one booby game on that console. Isn't it weird that like Nintendo has just like whatever, like I'm not like a prude or whatever, like it's fine, but like a child could be playing this Switch and see games like that, right? Isn't that weird? What are you saying? Me and Keston Hashirashi both play booby games and Nintendo knows it and they're trying to prey on our perversions? What are the chances of that happening? Not likely. It's more likely I got pushed out to everyone. In fact, it probably got pushed out to the people that don't play booby games because real booby game players wouldn't even look at it. Get him older. I'm trying to think of the most adult game I played as a child. Oh, wait, hold on. When I was 16. Crash Bandicoot? You know, one of those games, actually, by Naughty Dog in the very beginning. This is a true story, by the way. Had a little button input you could do in the game, and it legit showed a lady with no top on. Like, you could see booba. It was like on the Genesis. I swear to God, this is not like a rumor. This is a real thing. Like a Genesis game. That was a big deal back then. You weren't supposed to show kids boobies, at least not in the US. Like, we'll mutate. Prove it? I don't know if that would get me in trouble on Twitch or not, honestly. I mean, it's obviously extremely pixelated. You played... Oh, God. Yeah, Newgrounds was awful. I remember playing this one Flash game that was all, like, things exploding and penises and boobs everywhere. And it made me wonder, like, is that a child who found out how to make video games? Or was that, like, a man-child who found out how to make video games? Like, the final boss was just, like, an enormous laser-shooting penis at the very end. I don't think I ever finished the game. I remember being invested in trying to beat it, though, because, like, you know, back then I was trying to beat every game I ever played. How did that hit me? That sounds dope. I remember it clearly. That sounds like good stream content. I mean, it was so cartoony, I don't imagine you would get in trouble, but I could see you getting in trouble for streaming it. Jason, hello. How detailed was it? This was like fog. This was all like, you know, like the blobby Flash graphics where everything was like easily like stretched and like moved around on stream. It was like that. So don't. It wasn't like a lifelike 3D recreation. It was just a collection of blob shapes. Describe the veins. I mean, you get it. Gator, hello. How are you today? How goes your challenge, by the way? I mean, I guess if you can get away with showing Mara on stream, there's probably a lot of things you can show on stream. Get him, Texas. Get him. Which one? The ice run? Your dumb brain, no work. You're doing ice hunting horn only, right? Papaya Apple, hello. Sorry for the later stream. I know it's probably very late for you. I was on a podcast. A Pew Pew podcast. It went a little late. I don't even know how long it went for. That could have been like a 3-hour podcast. I'm mildly drugged up, so I'm a little... My concept of time is not quite real right now. Oh, it's just a Royal Ludra. Doing your thesis now? That sounds miserable. Why does it... Where can we watch the podcast? I believe Angbada hosts it on his YouTube channel. So we're watching Angbada's channel. Once it releases, I will send a link. And I will post it in the Discord. Fight the ATs before into Master Rank? That sounds like good content. Did I have a chance to use my Goblin voice? I mean, to listen to my normal voice, does that sound like a Goblin voice? Oh no, I ran into it. Do I still have antidotes? Oh no, I don't have antidotes. Oh, I want to be a bed boy so badly. Oh, it's going to be so much health. Oh, I could always use my gourmet fish though. Oh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to plant you. Probably just dung bomb you. Gonna eat this. No, I don't think we're gonna get a flinch there. Oh, that's really bad. Did I soul me with questions of turbo control? You'll have to watch and find out. I'm not gonna ruin the suspense. It was a good podcast. I'm not gonna complain about the podcast. It started a little late, which annoyed me, but outside of that, it was fine. They seemed like they enjoyed having me on, and I enjoyed being on. I mean, I like going on podcasts. Like, it doesn't, you know, outside of like just like the literal amount of time it takes for me to like just go on to a thing, right? Outside of that, like, I've got no problem. As long as I can fit it in my schedule, I don't mind. Do I have any tips on GU Astalos low rank village because it is your first hurdle? Wow. Usually people get stuck on like Lavinus. I mean, for low rank Astalos, like, he flinches so easily. You know, he's probably getting you with like his diving attack out of the air, right? What weapon and style are you playing? You know, I would say maybe switch to a style that is a little bit more hit and run, because he doesn't have a lot of life, so it's not very hard to kill him, so you don't have to worry about like super sustained DPS or anything. Like, I hate to say it, but something like Valor Greatsword, you'd have a hard time going wrong with that. Valor Longsword? Valor Longsword is fine, but you're probably overcommitting. I mean, obviously if you're playing Valor anyways, you know, probably what you're doing is you're getting too used to using the Valor Sheath to evade attacks, and then you have all that red health, and then he hits you, and then you lose all your health. Even if you can evade attacks with your Valor move, your Valor dodge, like, you should avoid doing that. Better off to Superman dive and not have any health wasted. Like, that's really just an emergency thing. I don't really think you need to go out of your way to make an ice weapon for Astalos, to be honest. Aside from not reading him well, for some reason you can't sidestep. Is this, sorry, is this for the Astalos or is this for the Kuropeka? There's nothing wrong with playing Valor. In fact, I would argue in a lot of situations, like why would you, if you're going to play GU, why wouldn't you play Valor? It's an exhibition game. Just play whatever's fun. Echo? I mean, outside of his tail flip, he can't really hit you if you're behind him. Not that his tail takes any damage. By the way, we're running. We are leaving the area. The issue with Kuropeka with early Lance is if he starts getting you with his fire, his Flintstones, you don't have any guard, like you don't have guard 1 now, right? So like he's gonna keep pushing you back. So it's gonna feel weird, but like if he's winding up that move, you want to position out of the way and you want to like start sheathing while you walk away from him. I mean, Valor Longsword is cool and all if you can land the counters, but like it's not easy to land counters. Like you could go in and just say, oh, just counter, but like that's not necessarily like helpful information. For Valor Longsword, the one thing I will say, though, is with respect to counters, the Hunter Art move that gives you infinite spirit gauge is probably my favorite one. And then there was a combo I would do that would, like, mix up the Valor Spirit combo. Like, you want to get the Valor Spirit combo out as often as you can, because you can, even if you're in Valor mode, like, you can keep your Valor gauge moving by continually doing the Valor Spirit combo, and it doesn't really take any extra time. It's not even a matter of seeing the attack coming. You can know exactly when the attack's going to come and just not have necessarily the, you know, the mechanical timing necessary to land the longsword counter. It's not like a lance counter. God damn it, Kuropeka. You know, I don't know the exact amount of frames for the Valor Longsword counter. I feel like it's close to like 5, between like 5 and 10. It's not a lot. Self-healing chicken? It's a little annoying because like we didn't make ice dual blades. We didn't upgrade our ice dual blades yet, but water's okay on him. It's one of my favorite monsters. Dual blades look miserable? They're fine. I feel like I'm learning a lot about dual blades in this playthrough. Specifically 3rd gen dual blades. Go fight Legami. He should be here. If he's not here, we could probably unlock him soon. Izui, hello. Forget the awkward situation where somebody recognizes you, but you don't. Just tell them that you got a traumatic brain injury. How many monsters total are in the challenge? It's like 180. I think it's just shy of 200. If you type in !monster list, you'll see the full list and then the progress I've done per game, which is we're only in the 2nd game. Izumi, if you don't mind, post the stuff that you did in the Discord, or you know, at the very least, slip that in my DMs. I'd be very curious. Oh, shoot. Wrong direction. If Frontier existed, would I hunt every monster in that one? I think I would. How do you get the cheats to function? I don't have the game updated in Citra. Citra's a little weird. It's a little bit harder to get cheats working than in PSP. PSP, there's just a checkbox. You say enable cheats. Citra, you gotta go in, like, I think you have to go into an I&I. You wouldn't, I'm not strong enough? That's not true. I guess if it was all solo, that'd be pretty crazy, though. That sucks. Peerless monsters would wreck me? To be fair, they wreck pretty much everyone, right? You never killed the organ wheel? Somebody said they thought I did, but honestly, Noxel, I'm with you. I don't think I ever finished him. Right? Didn't we do an attempt with Tonfas and then, like, we tripled? I don't think we ever killed him. I'd have to take a week for each Peerless. I mean, understandable. Respectable. Sad. It is sad. Someday. Is the Golden Fish Drink quest hard? Golden Fish Drink quest hard. If you don't bring golden fish bait, it can be very tedious. If you do bring golden fish bait, it could be over almost immediately. Decentus dude, hello. Good afternoon. I would just fight Slice Margle and Koyako the entire time. Don't blame me for them having good gear. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Ryan, hello. Koyako double super pound spam was peak Resident Sleeper. Look, we were still figuring out our content back then, okay? Don't get mad at me. There's a reason why, like, sometimes I say, like, the MMO games were maybe not the perfect content that we thought they were. The fights are all great and unique and interesting, and there's great skill balance, but that grind was definitely excessive. Espinos bodying me constantly? No, I mean, that's fine. Zenith Espinos killing me for an entire stream straight. I mean, that's not bad content. That's good content. People want to see you die. Devil Joe's a good fight. Call me Storm. Alright, there's Kuropeko. Really low rank armor. That's high rank Kuropeko with low rank armor, so. If I can do it, you can do it. Fight Great Jaggy. I think we got everything we need from Great Jaggy. Why would we want to fight him again? I already have everything I need. I don't need to fight him again. There's no need for that. We're not NA champ? It was only one time NA champ. It wasn't even two-time NA champ. Just check the announcement in the Discord. Decentus, I posted it there. I didn't do an @ here or anything. Probably should have. I mean, that's my peak anyways. Should I focus on guild quests or village quests? I usually like to do village quests to get a nice baseline armor and weapon, and then you can start going into the guild. I mean, if it were me playing casually, just playing the way I normally would, I would 100% the village before I even touch the guild, but I've got I've got video games to play. What a wonderful beat. I've killed many great Jaggies. I've probably killed like a dozen of them. Sean did a really good job editing that video. It's really nice to condense it down. It's like a 3-hour stream, 3 to 4 hour stream condensed down into about an hour. Will there be any Monster Hunter Championship again this year? No. So I cannot compete. The best thing you could ever hope for is fan run tournaments, Jason. If there's going to be a fan run tournament, if anything, I'd probably be running it and commentating it. Can I have a little kiss on the cheek before you pass out? Maldi can be your surrogate. A little forehead kiss. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great evening. Good sleep. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you got to remember, like, we're living in like a we're like in a post-virus world, right? So, I mean, what does that even mean? Like, what do you even do? Like, what is even life? You know, are they gonna, for the foreseeable future, like, are they ever gonna risk, you know, the directors to go out in public along with a bunch of other, like, the filthy masses? Probably not. I don't think so. So, make pumpkin armor. No. I don't need focus on dual blades. I would take it if it was a free skill, but otherwise I don't need it. I mean, pumpkin is best in this game. Coward? What am I going to do with it? What does it even have? Let's look at the high rank version, if I could even make it. I don't even know that I have enough Bumble Pumpkins. Muscarl. I have 6, and I need, like, what? 20? It has evasion, or item prolonger, and focus. I mean, that's neat. I mean, that's good. But we need 20 pumpkins, and we have 6. Lagambi. So we need normal Lagambi. And we need, I think that's Frozen or Jade Baroth. Is Jade Baroth in this rank, or is he in next rank? I feel like he's in next rank. Yeah, he's in. Actually, where is he? I think he's in the next rank. And you might have to beat Baroth to unlock him. Well, Baroth is a required quest anyways. Normal Lagambi? There's no subspecies for Lagambi. I'm sorry. I don't mean to misspeak. Weren't we like halfway through making our upgrade? We need the Ludroth Tacit. We need that. We need one more Ludroth. Yeah, Snow Baron's a bit. I would count Snow Baron as like a thing. This will give me a lot more defense. I need 2 marathon jewels anyways. To make a marathon jewel, I need spongy purple hide. Don't I need spongy purple hide to make the thing in the first place? I'll just keep going. I think fire is going to be better on him than water. He can't take much water, can he? I mean, this weapon's good, but... is that good? He doesn't really take that much fire, does he? Well, it's okay. It's alright. His back takes the most, but, like, you're never attacking his back, and certainly not with slicing. Who are we fighting? We have to kill at least one more purple Ludroth to make our armor upgrade. And it might even be... Hopefully it's just one. But it could definitely be up to 2. We'll find out. It's a tough fight, kind of like trying to like hack it with just like normal low rank gear. But we've actually spent a considerable amount of time in high rank grinding up armor. So I guess I'm kind of getting used to it. I kind of like fighting the Ludroth in the flooded forest. What's the gamble for? Oh, if I'm gonna die? Please. Who the hell do you think I am? Like, if I triple or if I card at all? Okay. If it's for me carding at all, okay, that's an okay bet. But I'm not gonna triple. I carded twice to Great Jaggy. What excuse can I make up? That was an anomaly. That was... I was hungry and I was about to poop myself. Right now, I am not hungry and I have an empty bladder. Pretty big Ludroth. Actually a good thing for us. Great Jaggy in low rank armor is actually kind of scary. His hip checks, if you're in a bad position, if you don't nail the evasion through it, like, you're gonna get messed up really badly. Oh. Wasn't getting through that. Ooh! You missed small Nargacuga? Oh, is that the double Nargacuga quest in G rank? Yeah, I'm sorry, I failed. That sucked. Wow, kind of lucky there. This is the real Mizu? Dude, a poison Mizu would be amazing. I would actually love that. kind of nice timing there. I think I would have gotten the evasion, but... I mean, I guess Apex Mizu is okay. Hellblight's kind of an interesting status. It says Monster Hunter World? Well, that's okay. This is Monster Hunter World. Kinda sure this is not it? How badly do I need to gaslight you to make you think this is it? That's the attack that's like the only attack that gets me. Nope. This is like the demake of Monster Hunter World. Like if I took a piece of bologna, put it on a plate with 2 pieces of bread, and like this is a demade bologna sandwich, and I just said make it yourself. I wish they could change that Ludroth charging attack a little bit, and I wouldn't mind it. Should have like a hard cooldown on how often he could do that move. World is the demate. They took whatever they stripped out all of the good ideas from the old games, and they just added a bunch of bad ideas. That's not true. I like World. Oof. He just got me with the splash. Is it sad watching me just like munch on herbs whenever I heal that way? Old man chewing on grass. I thought I turned off that timer for Elion. We're used to it. I mean, not that it doesn't... Not that there's anything wrong with it being on. It is a good game, but it does not need to be on right now. Better than living on the bed. Ain't that the truth? This is actually unfortunate. There's a great Ragi here. Saw Venom 2 today. Do you like it? Can't be any worse than Halloween Kills. That movie sucked. Oh my god. God, was that bad. They should be embarrassed they made that movie. He's running right over to where the Froggy is. Is he gonna like suck on him to fill up his sponge? Well, whereas you say not perfect, but Venom's a treat to see. I mean, there's some mildly redeemable parts of the Halloween movie, but the bad parts are so bad, it actively takes away from what parts of it are actually okay. Still running? Easy. I see what the original creator of Halloween said about new Halloween, John Carpenter. John Carpenter just wants to get paid, and I am fully okay with that. His music was the best part of the new movie. Fume, hello. Like, John Carpenter, for all intents and purposes, is just a musician now. He's actually kind of amazing. Good luck, Storm. Matt Landsman? That's not John Carpenter. It feels like they shot everything like they did like high effort movie production for like a month, and then they realized they didn't have enough movie, and then they filmed a bunch of filler over the course of one day. I don't even care. Michael Myers is fine. Everything he does in that movie is fine. It's the god-awful, boring-ass dialogue with zero plot development or character motivations in the remaining 60% of the movie that's bad. Like, I'm not going to give any major spoilers. If you're very sensitive, maybe mute the stream for a bit. But, like, Jamie Lee Curtis? It says she's in the movie, but she may as well not be in the movie. What was the point? Why was she even there other than just to, like, lend credibility to it? Like, I know she's a producer, right? She probably got paid. Just spoil everything? There's nothing to... I mean, here's the funny thing. There's nothing to spoil. Nothing happens. Here's the thing. It's a trilogy. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. It gets set up in the first movie, and it's going to get concluded in the third movie. Halloween Kills is a movie where they're like, we can't do anything because we can't end the storyline. So we'll just do nothing. Bunch of hacks. Disappointing. And I usually like the Halloween movies. And Halloween 1's like a classic. Like, I don't need, like, the deepest Michael Myers lore or anything like that. I just want characters with, like, realistic dialogue. Like, the first bit, like, 2018, it was fine. You like the scary movie hipsters and only watch the old movies? I mean, I like Halloween 2018. Like, I'd recommend it. It's fun. It's good. I don't think it's as good as the original, but I mean, you're you know, comparing like John Carpenter at one of his best movies ever. It's not really fair. Do I have more spooky games for the end of the month? We have a spooky game charity marathon on the 29th, I believe. And then I might also have another stream or two where we go through Clock Tower 3, which is a spooky game that was made by Capcom. It's for the PlayStation 2. It will be way more spooky than the Lighthouse stream. That game is genuinely terrifying because it's, I mean, like a Halloween movie. I mean, it's a slasher game where you play as the person who has to hide from the murderers. So, like, there's a lot of, like, hiding in, like, bathroom doors and stuff like that. Play with dim lights. I can't play with dim lights because then you can't see me. Rule of Rose? You know, I've played Rule of Rose before Pineapple, and I just didn't like it. It's in the same genre. Like, it's like, you know, it's like a sibling of Clock Tower 3, but it's not as good. I respect it for being weird. I've seen Cabin in the Woods. Love it. One of my favorite modern horror movies. Extremely refreshing to watch. Yeah, just couldn't get into the gameplay at all, Papayapple. You know, I just think it didn't really know what it wanted to be. if that makes any sense. Clock Tower 3 very much knows what it wants to be. Get the hell away from the monster before it murders you. You know what I mean? It does that splendidly. Suffer through the janky combat. If I'm going to do that, I would play like Silent Hill 2. If I'm going to play through bad combat to see interesting dialogue. Because I know Silent Hill 2 is good. Alright, quick show of hands. How many people in chat have played and experienced the entirety of Silent Hill 2? In any form or fashion. It's an old game now, so I would assume there's not as many people as there would have been a while ago. Play the scariest game, GU. LOL, garbage game? Are you saying Silent Hill 2 is a garbage game? You're hurting my feelings right now. Never played any Silent Hill. So the first Silent Hill is like weird and experimental and clearly like a response from, I think, Konami to try and create an entry into the survival horror genre. And it does a unique thing from Resident Evil. Like, it is definitely its own thing. Silent Hill 2 is just like this magical little mashup between whatever developers were around at Konami that decided they wanted to put together another Silent Hill. And it was like lightning in a novel. It's really good. I mean, good for like a video game. It has better dialogue. Well, the dialogue isn't necessarily good, but the themes and everything else like that. The maturity of the storyline, I should say, stood out at the time it came out. Silent Hill 3 is kind of like Silent Hill 2. Almost as good, not as great, maybe better combat. None of them are really good combat. And the dialogue is like, it's so hard to say. You have to compare it to the other things that were out there at the time. Do I identify with James? No. Well, not really. Well, he has an interesting character at best. Silent Hill 2 has Pyramid Head, and it definitely has a mature storyline. And somehow made it so that Pyramid Head was such an iconic monster slash creature slash creation that they decided everything Silent Hill had to have Pyramid Head, which makes no sense. You know, Silent Hill should not have like a funny Pyramid Head mascot. I mean, Silent Hill 3 and 4 and everything else afterwards didn't have Pyramid Head. But like all the movies had him. Like most things, Konami found a way to just basically destroy the game. What ended up happening after Silent Hill 4 came out is they just kept like licensing out the game to third-party inexperienced developers. I'm not saying Western developers can't create a good Silent Hill, but maybe like make sure they're good at making video games first before you just give them the franchise. Same thing happened with Dead Rising, right? You know, Capcom decided to take these new studios and give this IP that was generally well received and seeing if they could just magically coast on the goodwill of the game to make something new. I feel like Resident Evil having everything Nemesis. So Nemesis came out in Resident Evil 3. I guess for Resident Evil 2, it maybe something even more specific and iconic. Like Birkin? Like if Birkin just constantly showed up with his pipe in every game and was like, it's me, Birkin, and I'm back with my pipe. That would be like putting Pyramid Head in everything. You'd be like, okay, I mean, I really liked Birkin the first time I saw him. Why is he here? But yeah, I mean, you know, to some degree, like, it's hard to think this way, but it's true. Like, just because those games were good back then, like, do they still stand up at all to, like, modern horror, modern video games? Like, you got to take your boomer glasses off, right? I look at it like a little bit more realistically. Some of the games stand up pretty well. But yeah, I mean, to Noxella's point about like the dialogue is definitely like, you know, there wasn't a huge professional voice actor presence for video games back then, you know? You know, I mean, they were fine. I mean, they were capable. You know, they definitely had their moments that were good. They definitely have some moments that are really bad. The weird PS2 game, Paranormal something something? I don't know if I know it off the top of my head. The thing is that makes a lot of those games fun is because, I mean, not all of them, but, you know, during the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and some of the PlayStation 3 era, you had just the right mix of professional development, like professional budgets, and professional game designers creating like really creative games that had the budget and marketing and reach to go out there with the 3D engines. And it was cheap enough to get a project out that they could do some stuff that really took a lot of risks and have a lot of artistic freedom in the concept of doing that. Nowadays, it's either like, you know, $100 million budget and it's going to be a AAA title that plays it very safe, or it's going to be an indie studio like one guy that ate ramen for 3 years and cracked out an indie game on his own. And there's really almost nothing. It feels a lot of times like there's nothing in between. And so, yeah, for Nefudis' sake, like, there is really no modern horror games. It's all indie devs working with the production budget of what an indie dev can afford to do, which is walking simulator and jump scare simulators. That is extremely valid. You know? Deadly Premonition was a Xbox 360 title to start, Papayapple. And that one is one that, like, is just one step up from being like a mild indie game. I mean, and PT was just a demo, which was also a half protest from Kojima about his working conditions at Konami. It's neat. It's neat in the way that it was made. It's insane it was made. But to Nefudis' point, even PT still was a walking simulator that barely had any puzzle component at all. What else can we make? Ludroth Greaves U are a possibility. And they take no hides. Do I want to make those? I guess they're like purple pants. It's either those or the Aroshira Greaves. I think can we just make these? Let's get 2 Hydro Hides. So I like horror games. I like horror movies. But it is kind of a sad state, you know. I guess all you can really hope for nowadays is just like the cost and effort of development to keep going down to the point where the people that are making walking simulators are able to create something a bit better than walking simulators. You know, I don't see like many modern studios making really good horror games with any sort of depth. I don't think. It just doesn't seem likely to me. Did I like Fatal Frame? I loved Fatal Frame. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, you had a studio that was able to create a bunch of weird experimental systems within the context of a, you know, PlayStation 2 environment, 3D environment, had a lot of weird stuff going on. And it's like, the sum is more than component of the parts, you know? If that makes any sense. Because you were able to make it an entire package, it works. But nowadays, like, you wouldn't, like a Capcom, I don't think is gonna Not that they even made Fatal Frame, but like a company like Capcom's not going to do that. You know, they need to think about, like, if we're going to spend, you know, $50 to $100 million in development, how are we going to get our money back? As long as they have some non-Euclidean geometry. Where are all the Royal Ludroths? 5 and 6? Yeah, Fatal Frame. I mean, so they're re-releasing Fatal Frame, whatever that other one was. Maiden of the Black Widow. And then they said if it sells really, really well, maybe someday, theoretically, they'll re-release the other ones. Unlikely. Oh, yeah. So Evil Within, I guess, is probably the closest thing that we've gotten to, like, a real classic, modern, polished horror game, isn't it? That's a very good point. That's like, that one stands out as being, like, really professionally done, well done. But I mean, again, you know, you're getting that from this one director who just happens to love that concept of survival horror and was able to find a company willing to give him a budget to make a game that he wanted to make. How is it I'm in... All right, they got to be an 8, right? Is there more Royal Ludroths in the Deserted Isle? I thought there'd be more here. Same guy behind Resident Evil, I think, Unlucky, actually. Have I tried Lost in Vivo? Haven't even heard of it. So the thing is about Silent Hill is there were a lot of people that worked on Silent Hill, but, like, they all kind of, like, took turns and switched around over the course of development. So, like, when you think of Monster Hunter, you've got some names that stick out, like Fujioka, Takuda, Ryozo. Like the mainstay guys in the very beginning that really pieced it together and really formulated, like, a strong, cohesive game and design. Silent Hill was, like, a lot more people, and they all kept switching roles. What about Alien Isolation? That's probably pretty good too, right? I haven't played it, but isn't that kind of like just like a very powered up walking simulator though? Like, do you even do combat in that game? And like, and I hate to diminish games so much by saying it's just a walking simulator, because it is a vehicle for people to be able to present a storyline and a good atmosphere and some puzzles and stuff like that. That can work. It has combat? Okay. Is Dead Island? No way. No. No, those are just action zombie games. A horror light at best. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just being a boomer, though, just saying that, like, you know, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, maybe PlayStation 3 era had the most opportunity for weird, experimental, risky games to come out. And sometimes it fell completely flat. Some games come out and you're like, who would ever want to play this? I remember there's like one game I got, Shaddai or something like that. What the hell is that game? El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron. I remember playing that game. That game's experimental. That game doesn't make any sense. That game was just like, who made this? So sometimes it never lands. Sometimes it doesn't land very well. I think it got a re-release recently too. It is being sold used for $170. Guys, it's time for me to retire. I'm going to go sell all my old PlayStation 3 games. Konami's actually releasing games, Ricochet. We played a Konami game the other day. It was a Metroidvania roguelike follow-up game to Gensha Fumaden. An NES Japanese only release title. It might have been on the MSX as well. So it's possible. It can happen. So this is actually good because I do not need to get Marathon Runner. Okay, we're going to go with that. Was it the Centipede game? It had the Centipede, yep. Just wait, that game will be a Pachinko machine too. I'm not going to argue with you. You were probably correct. All right, this should give us everything we need. Well, that is definitely, this is me. This is me streaming in like 10 years from now. I'm going to have a ninja wig on, and you're just going to see my old, droopy old man face with droopy eyebrows and a droopy beard. And I'll just be like, hey, fellow monster hunters, it's me, your favorite streamer, SDShepard. You guys ready to hunt some monsters? So I know I need to move over my grinder decos. DG Cats, hello. Oh, how is this bet not paid out? Did Noxella just set up a bet and just like walk away? Cartless. Any carts I lose. Well, it was cartless. I thought it was like a triple cart. Cartless is kind of scary, though. $50 billion highways in 10 years? I could see it happening. Could absolutely see it happening. Want one grinder there. One grinder there.
Jeff from the future just
one grinder there.
For 4 months. Smile.
2 grinders there. Jeff from the future, thank you. You're smiling at me? Thank you. I'm smiling at you. Actually, very close to getting status attack up. Let's see here. 2, 6, that's 10, 12. With my Ludroth weapon, I think I can get attack up medium. I need another demon drug. Nice hat, thank you. I think it looks pretty cool, actually. He looks so old. It's so bad. Hello, children. No, but he's like an old man. Like, he's not a young man. He's like super old. I am the Hokage. That I'm 27? Oh no. Yeah, I mean, yes. In real life. So, with a level 2 slot weapon, we can get attack up medium. That almost makes me want to go out of my way and fight a Rathalos now. Yeah, maybe it's not necessary. Let's upgrade for now. We spend our greens, don't spend our purples though. I will probably be using this armor for the rest of the game. Papa is not my birthday, but thank you. How much more defense did we just get? Like, oh, like we went from like 100 to 250. Yeah, no, we've got 2.5 times the armor. That's funny. I am like Benjamin Button. I keep getting younger and more beautiful as the days go by. I am getting more senile, though. 100% I'm getting more senile. Absolutely. Where am I? What is going on? Will chat tuck me in and wipe my butt when I get, like, really old and I start drooling? Is that okay? Who's gonna volunteer? Proceeding hairline? I just keep getting more hair. I will have a license to do that? Excellent. Thank you. I'll use the bidet. It won't be that bad. You'll sniff my diaper? Gross. But understandable. Alright, I think we need to do Air Shear next. If he takes any water, we're going to bring our water weapon. Air Shear, I mean Arzuros. He takes very little water. But his lower back takes so much raw, I don't think it matters. We're the Monster community, you'll help? It's a friendly community. Oh, I think we could actually get water attack up here. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Definitely not, right? No. Let's upgrade him. Deep Pharaoh, thank you again. Deep Pharaoh just has like 10,000 bits and just like throws change at me on a regular basis. Streamer, take these 20 bits. These are actually the final upgrade for this weapon. That's actually really cool. Do I need somebody to be my bidet? What do you need, like a super soaker? Should we do our final hot spring quest? I think we should. We'll just do this. May as well. It's not going to take that long. We'll do this. We're going to get up to G2. And then we'll probably start doing some Rise runs, I think. Do some of those to kick off the Thrustmaster section of the stream. Ads for bits got swept under the rug. It used to be a thing, right? And now it's like, it's not a thing anymore, is it? I wonder why, because you know what, Toad? Like, Twitch is an issue with people watching enough ads. Like, they don't have enough people to watch ads. Maybe people were gaming the system, like people like were setting up robots and stuff. I could see that. I could see some person creating like a bit watching robot. Portable Third, good memories, one of the best. My memories involved trying to run a fan-based campaign to get it released in the West, and it failed. Oh! Socks was like, not Socks. Snow was like, hey man, like, yeah, get people over to the Capon Unity forums. I was like, all right. Say no more. We will be there. And he's like, don't come to the Capcom Unity forums. We had like thousands of people there spamming the forums. Where's Portable Third? Where's Portable Third? It would have sold, man. I know it would have. They would have at least broke even, if not made a good profit. Oh well. Can I just do, like, this? Ooh, that's a big one. That's, is that just me, or is that, like, kind of like a large nibble? Sounds like nothing has changed. Nah, things are way better now. But you can't normally say that, but they really are way better now. Try the event one? The event one's a little bit bigger. I mean, TB Meister, like, based off of the conversation I had, I mean, obviously Capcom's not going to be like, emulate to your heart's content. But it really, to me, the attitude feels like our focus is on releasing new Monster Hunter games. And I'm not saying they're going to turn a blind eye to emulating the old games, but I don't... You get the sense they don't care. you get the sense, you know? I mean, no one knows for sure. Like, obviously, they're never officially going to be like, yeah, go ahead and emulate. Do I like this monster more or less than Gobel? Fighting Gobel underwater is very stressful. World looks different. This version of World hits different. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, good job. There's really not a super safe spot. He can either get you with that sand, or he can get you by biting you. Will I get it in time? I don't know. We'll find out. Oops. Game pause. cool snapshot of him up in the air. They could be a lot worse, couldn't they, Meister? They could shut down a lot of things, and they don't. So I guess we should be happy for what we get. Got Carl's Jr.? What does Carl's Jr. even sell? I think that's enough. Most people that, I mean, old games already played and bought the game, so it's not going to really affect them. Yeah, it's fair. It is fair. You know, could there be, like, kids or people that are in a bad financial situation just, you know, pirating the games or whatever? Yeah, sure. But, I mean, that happens with every game, right? I'm gonna carve this. I mean, we do know that they have more of a focus going into next year for PC releases, but, like, no copium full realism is, like, they just mean, like, new releases are going to be on PC, right? It's not like, we're going to PC and we're releasing all of your old favorite Monster Hunter games. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, I want that, but it'll be years before we see anything like that. I could see in the next 5 years them re-releasing a Monster Hunter game. Like, you know, following 2018 or whatever, World sold like gangbusters. Like, there's definitely like a team there, like, looking at bringing out another old game again, just to see if it would be worth, like, the resources. But they're probably balancing that while expanding their team and making sure that they're going to get Sunbreak out in the way that they want, along with getting on the next Monster Hunter game. Just GU would be good enough. That's an interesting question. If GU released on PC, would I play it? Oh! 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 I guess? Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Trying a PC would take a lot of work. Trying a PC would be effort. Is this going to be life or is this going to be stamina? Stamina? Nice. Nice. Like, I don't really need GU. Like, would I like 60 FPS support if it even had it? Yeah. Would I like to be able to use my Thrustmaster? eSwap X Pro? Now available. Thank you, Stream Elements at Best Buy. Streamer's favorite controller. Yeah, I would. But I mean, I could play it on the... I could play it on the Switch, I guess. That water's looking really funky, isn't it? They never sent you one? They never sent you the Thrustmaster? Did you win a Thrustmaster? Dude, 3U would be tight, Fume. 3U would be great. I think we need to do double Aeroshira. We need to do Baroff and double Aeroshira. Arzuros. And then we need to do Baroff. And then we'll do some. We'll do a little Rise. We'll do a little Rise as a treat. This is the only game in the series with a bath instead of eating. In lieu of eating. Yep. I was going to make the snarky comment about there being baths in Iceborne, but obviously they do. They have no physical effect on you. Looking for him to sell meat again. You see the list? I could pull it up. I'm going to have to kill current timeline Shepherd, though. Current timeline Shepherd. It's time to die. No! Oh, well, we repelled Jen, but we did not kill him. Just really the subspecies. Wait, not again. I want to live too. No! Okay. Iceborne's Bath gives you luck. No, stop it. No, it doesn't. Am I okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm worried I'm going to be next. Kill 2 people in the span of 10 seconds. It's efficient. It's keeping me on my toes. That's for damn sure. What gave you the fascination of timelines and Shepasites? It's a fascination. I don't know if it's a fascination. I mean, there's probably been. I mean, they've observed, like, quantum results, right? I don't know what it means. Like, I'm not going to claim to have a big enough brain to understand anything. But there's definitely some degree of alternate realities. Like, I'm not like super blazed out gonna start talking about like what's real and like what free thought and like what destiny is. But, you know, It's probably something. I think the odds of there being literally anything other than just this is more likely than not. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that makes this meaningless. If anything, it makes it even more important. Do I sound high? I'm not high. I promise I'm not high. I'm not high for the sponsored stream. Yeah, our frames are done. I started talking too much about the simulation and it upset the overlords. Well, it's really dying right now. Holy crap. Can you guys even hear me? We're streaming at like nothing. Hold on. I'm going to chat in the stream. How dead is stream? Hello? Oh God. Yeah, just gonna wait. Gonna wait to see if it comes back. Just gonna wait. We good? I think we're coming back. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna say we're good. It started crapping itself. It should be fine. Right? F5. F5. I don't know. I don't know why the vacuum cleaner would destroy the stream. I just know that it did. No. Yeah. No. 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 It's still dying. No. Jump up and down when I read this? No. No. Nope. No. Oh no. No. How much damage are the monsters dealing to each other? It does more than one damage. In the older games, Monster had less life, so the damage was more consistent. Maybe it wasn't the vacuum cleaner. All right, we're going to kill the stream, and then I'm going to restart it. Oh, no. Nope. Mm-mm. Oh, no. Yeah, it wasn't the vacuum. We're going to finish this hunt. Shell Optimum? This would never have happened with Optimum Internet. Ever. We're at like 1,000 kilobytes per second.